Let me run to Kenya. Now that Kenya doesn't feel safe, omuntu agende wa South Sudan. I swear, Ugandans trapped. Omanga omuliro gwakanga ya trapped muliro. Tuli omwo twetala bwetazi n'obwofulumira omuliro gukwata.
Waliwo enjogera good girl, waliwo enjogera gamba nti ovudde mu fulampeni n'ogwa muki kyetuliko olaba
ovudde mu fulampeni n'ogwa mu muliro.
Good girl sikuli
Ugandans.
Okay, get a mask.
We are I think one of the most unlucky. Let me try to get back. Goyengewa James. If Kenya is that unsafe, Goyengewa. Tanzania, I don't know. Do people even run to Tanzania? I don't know.
Tanzania
Sudan, I don't think I would even think of Katomunta Goyengewa Rwanda, Sisobola. Congo is a no-go zone. Katomunta Goyengewa. If Kenya decides to be this unsafe for Uganda, I think besides Besigye, looking at a bigger picture, we are in a very big trouble. So what tumanye nti you cannot go. You cannot go anywhere. Ogende Kenya, ogende Rwanda, ogende Tanzania, South Sudan, you are nice. It's a dead end. Kachiri zone Uganda yesawa tuteleze ensi yaffe. Yesawa tuteleze ensi yaffe because there's nowhere you can go to. Because I mean we have normalized these things home. Abduction here is a normal thing. I don't think it surprises anyone. But it is surprising that in less than 6 months, we are dumped in prison, charged. Recently, we were granted bail. Now, Besigye, Bamukutte, and no statement was issued until the wife came out to say that my husband is missing. Until some noise was made throughout the night, and they parade him. Then that's when they announced it. Like if none of this information ever leaked, she has a hand over there, or for how long? What if none of this information ever leaked? Or what if he was not a very prominent person? What if he was not a very prominent person, like his status? Like if it was just another me and you? Ekyo mwachebuzaako kitegeeza nti bayinza okuba badde bajja bawamba abaana nga tetumanyi bantu banyweeza okuba nga abantu mugamba bamiisinga biki naye nga these are the kind of things omuntu watalina amugobera kitegeeza ogenda kubula ebbanga lyonna naye mu kyo kitegeeza nti bannayuganda muzuukuke tutegeeze ensi yaffe, otherwise we are all potential victims. Essaawa yonna kikutuukako kuba Uganda is like omanyi biri bye twalabanga mu firimu sina bye twalabanga wabula these films they always ezaba Mexican cartel countries like that. That's what it feels like now. That's how Uganda feels like. To think that a goon like alien skin can go to a hospital and beat up people and make doctors kneel and surround the whole hospital, hijack everyone. And then here the government is hijacking and kidnapping Dr. Besigye. Do you guys feel the energy around here, or it's me exaggerating all the things? It feels like we're in the middle of a mafia state or something. A very lawless society that everyone does whatever they feel like and no accountability at all. And Ugandan somehow we are comfortable and living on and thinking it should be like this. Should we get used to such a situation? Kati buli omu unoonya jambiyayo n'akambeko tambula nako. Kikitegeeza kubanga kitegera kuuma. Kitegeeza nti buli omu oba osooka kweyiyya weeyiye weekuume police yamaje courts and everyone doesn't work, doesn't function. Nothing functions around here. So this guy only all they care about is keeping, like keeping their power, and that's all. The rest doesn't matter. And everyone is replaceable, is disposable, like no respect for human rights at all. This should worry all sane Ugandans. Even if you're out of the country, it should worry you for your people. I don't think, unless you don't have anyone in Uganda or you don't care about Uganda, but it should worry you even if you're abroad. It means that you are not safe. If you are safe, your people are not safe. And if some people are not safe, then all of us are not safe. Because at the end of the day, it will come for you. How you can never know now. You can't know. It means you cannot say anything. And even if you don't say anything about the government, even if they decided and said, I will not say anything, then you'll be safe. You can't be safe with people carrying guns around, like to do something about this. I think talking about it, I'm right here. I can post with you.
So guys, request for the mic. Let's continue here. I've seen also the post by Observer. The army confirms that they have kidnapped Besigye, and they like joking in Nagamba. If you want more information, go to march in the court at 11 a.m. Kugamba abantu bajoze ne bajoga banaye abantu bajoga. Imagine someone just jokingly natandika okusagira mu bintu ebiri serious, things like that, because this is violation of international or even things we can talk about. Wemba mwagala okwata omuntu mumukwate mulinda akumuwe Kampala mumukwate. You don't have to kidnap someone from a foreign country. Ne kiraga nti tebaina even that kind of patience, respect, and ogama muntu mukute in a foreign country ate like it's openly nga towalina na even most nti muje musanga tumwina muje musanga, things like that, of which some people would be feeling ashamed to speak open about this. But like we all agree, a country yafada, it's up to us okumanya what we have to, how we can overcome all these things. I really insist that Ugandans should stand together to fight injustice. Even looking at this, I feel this should open a way for Ugandans to stand together. I've been always calling for opposition parties to unite. So there is always a moment that you should unite, and there are always times when you should unite. So this should be a time for opposition to unite. Probably from this moment, opposition should unite. Fighting together is so good. There has never been more disadvantages of fighting together than disadvantages of not fighting together. So always fighting together, you get a lot of results than fighting as groups. So the formation, the Katonga formation, the Kavule formation, they should fight together at this time, because people believe in you. People believe in Katonga. People believe in Kavule. So you have to stand and fight together. Kati mwe kati zembabulide kati tusimbule mpola mpola. Whatever the government creates, you won't, because graduating mpola mpola. We have graduated, especially for our dem Uganda. We have graduated politics at Yambu graduating to understand what is true, how the government plays its games, and all that. Besigye during that time was framed with so many cases when he was opposing the state from 2001, even before that, because he indicated that he was not agreeing with the NRA strategy, NRA at that time, NRA strategy of dictatorship when Museveni was really pushing to stay in power. So he disagreed, he came out. And then immediately he disagreed, he came out, they started putting charges on him, taking him to military court. When he retired, he forced to retire, he forced them to retire him. When retired, they charged him with cases, rape, terrorism, treason, so many cases. Basically has suffered those cases in court. So now they will charge him with terrorism because the same charges they opened on his people, the one that were arrested from Kisumu, so they will charge those same cases. And normally government uses those to scare and to intimidate the opposition. What is in politics? Normally, it's they are threatening. That's the same thing they're doing to NUP by arresting opposition members, especially those who are close to Bobby Wine. They are not playing politics because Ugandans joking. They are playing politics now. They are calculating this. Someone said in the comment section, but they didn't want Ugandans. They don't want Ugandans to vote in 2026, so they are arresting Besigye. I don't see how it is even connected to voting. It's a government that wants to intimidate and threaten any form of opposition, whether it is through mobilization, through forceful mobilization, or through that. They will do that to silence it. So you have a right to your opinion, but if you have been following Ugandan politics, government tekola chintu nga teyagala kutiisa. Ekyesooka, the first thing they do is to kutiisa, to put fear among the population. That's the first thing. When they arrest Besigye, they are sending a message to his people and other people that we can arrest anyone. We have a right, we have power to arrest anyone. It's not about their playing politics. People to vote 2021. No. They are sending a message that anything that you want to do, we have the power to arrest. If we can arrest Dr. Besigye, can arrest anyone. As the same thing, the arrest creates a lot of issues for the government. They don't arrest him, and he has that kind of security on himself. But for his group, they don't have security because that's you see they have been arresting them and trying to break them down. No that kind of that kind of fearlessness. Oyambala ovulo nga totya kati olaba kutoli ne bamucharginga biki ogenda sijja kwambala ovulo bajja kunkwata, things like that, of which when the group has a uniform, they send a message yamanyi in so many people, so that baba agala okubajamu that kind of like that kind of unity and fearlessness. That's the intention of a government that has stayed in power for 39 years. Well, government's money voting is does not even connect to voting. Government eti akalulu. That one you should know. Uganda government eti akalulu. It has never been there, never concerned with kalulu. No. Because akalulu, they know how to manage that. So those people, they don't fear elections because sigwa alonda byabakama. So why should they fear nga sigwa alonda byabakama? So, but they want to put fear among the population so that you don't try anything. That tebogeza kukola ekintu ojagamba bajja kunkwata, ola bakwata Besigye, ola bakwata Kivumbi, ola bakwata gundi. Like you can't. You'll have that kind of fear. I don't know, Makano Boliko court. I don't know if you are at court. If you're at court, maybe you can request for the mic and tell us the charges they are put on Dr. Besigye and what's happening and things like that at military court. Yes, Buluma. Okol, please request for the mic again.
Yes, webale sooner. Good girl agambye tugoyingewa. If Kenya things are bad like that, where are we going? Obote pass through Kenya ngaduka. I think and Amin also. Sijukira bulungi oba Amin yaita wanga.
Amin alaka yaita Kenya because he used the ginger side. Probably yaita Kenya.
Ginger side Kenya yebadde route. Kati tugoyingewa nga good girl wagambye basically. Ebyano bitusobedde because when they accept we go into elections. You've seen how they did to what they do to the supporters. Basically, recently you had a memorial service. Mwala abana bebabakuza abana babamenyeko ebigere abana babase, you know, and the electoral commission doesn't complain. Electoral commission, which is supposed to, you know, intermediate into basically it's the referee to control. I mean to control, yes. Where any party that goes against the law, the election is supposed to be a nullity. But the electoral commission is part and parcel of them. Elections has never been a nullity. General Museveni has never been has never been disqualified. Having, you know, ordered the military to unleash brutality on the opponent has never been, disqualified. Time and again. But now what is the way forward, honestly? Election is committing treason. When you stand against General Museveni, you've committed treason. You know, you've committed a serious offense, you know. They will do anything, trump charges, do what, come for you. As we have all observed, I think, you know, no one is young here, as we have all observed, especially even the fresh one is 2021, you know, you run a car on a bodyguard of a presidential candidate. What offense has the person committed? You know, the person has a mother, has a father, is someone's child, has a right to live. You know, so I think Uganda needs to rethink what is the way forward. Becoming so costly. To become so costly, honestly, you know, unless the government comes out to sit on the table and we are taking this direction. Electoral commission over government, okay, the election is supposed to be like that. Kwate mundu is we opposition. Ebintu biberenti tibuli omwa ino kuba ne mundu. Honestly, now we observe the NRM. Everyone is militarized, you know. They are militarized, they come cause havoc. Ballot boxes zibura, you know. Polling agents are kidnapped, you know. All sorts of these things, bad things are done on the opposition. Kati sometimes we ask ourselves, naye akalulu bakategese kaki? Bakategeze kunyumirwa kutta abaana ba Uganda oba? Because I always ask myself, what is the essence of organizing an election? General Museveni should just declare himself like Munanga as the life president. Teri kubyane teri muntu alina okunesimbako. Tugende maaso Uganda. Abana bali badde n'omugaso ne bakola ne basasula emisolo. You're killing Ugandans. Why? You know? So with that few, I beg to yield the mic. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert, for your submission. Mugenyi, you dropped.